Okay, this is my attempt at a developer diary, and we're going to start here with Zora. She's voiced by
Still
Viridian,
here.
and she has
Alright.
pretty unique
There's a
accent.
lot of snow in Skyrim, isn't there? Maybe Whiterun is better off staying green.
And there's an example. It's snowing right now, so the random snow commentary triggers. So there are some weather checks and things that you may not hear unless you're actually walking out in the wild instead of fast traveling. Okay, now we're here in Riverwood, and if you noticed earlier,
Something on your mind?
this particular dialogue option was not there. But now that we're in Riverwood, it is, and that's the thing. Basically, these are location-based conversations.
Alright.
I don't want it to be where you're constantly checking the NPC for new conversations, given the breadth of Skyrim. So ideally, what's supposed to happen is Zora is supposed to tell you that there's a conversation here, based on random commentary. But because it's random, oh, see, she just did it. It wasn't voice, but if you flash by real quick, she said something, I have a question, come here. And so you
Still
come over to
here.
her and she'll basically have a conversation for you.
Alright.
And that depends entirely on your location. Okay, and I showed this in a previous video. This may have uh, more of an obvious trigger. It's based on distance. And that's the thing with a CK, sometimes the location isn't exactly right as far as, like, at once time I used a Hjalmarch condition, and for some reason it kept thinking that the marsh area above Morthal was actually Halfinger, and so I had to use a distance check instead. And distance checks are a lot more handy because you're not dealing with basically an arbitrary region. You're sort of dealing with what you call it, you're dealing with an actual object. Well, what the fuck is with this loading time? It's normally not this bad. It must be because I'm using Fraps, but basically the locations are completely arbitrary, which is really annoying. So what I often do is I sometimes use a distance check instead. I also hate running, but in the interest of time, and this is going to be a new follower in the next update, Kadojo. He likes to tell stories and parallels and shit like that. And this distance check is based on the Gilded Green. See, and there we go.
It is a very symbol of Whiterun. It reminds me of a
Does
paradise.
it?
If you wish to hear it,
I do.
there are steps moved in harmony.
And so you see here, the Gilded Green option comes up. There's parentheses to tell you that it's a unique dialogue. Now, this is a distance check, and it has a certain radius. So basically,
There are
you
steps
step
moved in harmony.
out of that radius. I believe it starts right with the bridge. Get out of my
There are
face.
steps moved in harmony.
Yeah, if you notice.
Moons guide us.
And this one is basically one of those things where there's no way you would have talked to him here unless he, mentioned that he had a parable that had to do with the location.
I hope the wild.
Yeah, fuck you. I got sort of sick of NPCs
You're not.
running around, or staying in one place rather, and not moving around. So,
You got someone already.
oh, that's right.
Still here. I'll be home if you need me.
So basically what we have here is we talk to Gore,
Let's not waste any time.
and you notice the double voice there. It's not too bad. And see, now the thing is with Gore, I went ahead and added this particular dialogue, which is basically gonna trigger what happens next. So here's a conversation here and blah blah blah. I don't want to spoil it.
You've got that fire under control.
And as soon as you go through that dialogue, it triggers a script. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to tell him to leave. And blah, blah, blah. He's going to say he doesn't know where he's going to go. Because he doesn't. Only I do. Alright. There's a thing with the CK. Sometimes they'll just fucking stand around for a bit. What the fuck? Oh, and then he finally left after 3 hours. Just standing there, he left. Alright, so where is he off to now? He's not going to Riverwood. And he's actually going to go to multiple locations where you have multiple conversations. And once you're finished running through that gauntlet, then he's going to be a different place on 7 different days. So now we're in front of a cave. And the point of this being is hopefully you enter and you already see Gore engaged in battle. He wasn't top here. He's going to be... Alright, I'm going to run like a little bitch here, so... So basically the point of that was you enter a cave, you see Gore already in there fighting a battle, and what happens is afterwards you talk to him. Not sure if I can add conversation there because it really depends on the voice actor and how much time he has. And Niall is amazing, by the way, but because he's amazing, he's also very busy. And so there's really no telling when or if he has the time to do the lines. This is to show an example of how you can integrate basically vanilla characters into scenes by manipulating their audio, their vanilla audio. Let's see, the time probably isn't correct right now. That's 3 a.m. Nobody's going to be in here. So what we do is wait. And here is Skjarn, who is going to be voiced by Giramore. And where is that vanilla NPC? You may have noticed in videos I like to take Ayala along. It's mainly because of her voice. It's quite low. Here's a scene between Gilsey and Skjarn.
As if you need to train for that sort of thing. What do they think they are? Bards?
And Gilsey is not yet voiced. There is a voice actor who is interested in her, but I had her do Asteria first because that is a bard part.
You mages always think you're the center of everything. You've got it all wrong. You're the center of the world, Gilsey. I am.
Now, the thing about these scenes is I have no problem showing them in the video because I'm sure nobody's ever actually going to see them. Oh, here we go.
How about you and me steal away to one of those rooms for a bit?
Isn't there some business you should be tending to?
What? You mean singing? That comes after. First, my lady, I require some inspiration. And no maiden here is more inspiring than you.
Don't say that out loud. Not here. And the answer's still no.
That's your father talking. If he weren't around, every other word out of your mouth would be yes. The rest would be inaudible moans.
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone?
Now, you may have recognized that last line, because that did not have any editing. It was basically taken from Yuri, I believe, in Markarth. So, but all the other lines were sort of copy-pasted together to create new dialogue, and it's easy because basically one actress does a number of voices, and I could basically just use that. Alright, this is the last thing I'm going to show you. It's basically a request by one of the commenters to add dialogue to this lady over here, Nymphonet. Basically the problem with yeah, is that basically that's all she says, that one line, and the problem is that one line blocks all other dialogue, so I couldn't add anything to her. Another problem is she's a vanilla character, and I'm not really comfortable adding lines to vanilla characters. So what I did is add another wood elf, and basically has dialogue here. I'm gonna sort of skip through it. Right, so that's it for this particular diary. I hope to have an update up within the next couple weeks, but it really depends. There's a lot of people who contribute to this mod, make it what it is, and so without them and without their help, it wouldn't be half as good as what it is. So hopefully I'll have something then. Alright, bye.